you read what Kempo was saying, is that anyone who has not heard or have not practiced the 4 fundamentals. What are the 4? Remember, we named this.
Life is precious.
The preciousness of human life. Without you knowing this, what's the second one?
Impermanence.
The impermanence of phenomena. Okay? And the third, the law of karma. The law of cause and effect. The infallibility, meaning the reliability of law of cause and effect, meaning you cannot alter that. Okay? Even physicists now, in this day and age, they say, wow, this is cause and effect. But the Buddha already told this 2,600 years ago. Alright? And then what's the last one? The suffering of samsara. This 4 is profound if you know and you practice and you know every single qualities of this. You are a Dharma practitioner. Then life is different. Okay? So then we then therefore engage into these 4 fundamentals because what? If you know these 4 fundamentals, then your renunciation is spontaneous. You renounce. You say, wow, this is what we call the difficulty of life. It's just very easy. Then you renounce already. Even when you see things, like crisis comes, like, it's okay. It is what it is, and it's also cause and effect. And also life is impermanent, so why do I have to go crazy with that? And yes, it brought me samsara, it brought me suffering because yes, man, I live in samsara because I have this body. So then what happens? You go on with life without too angry, too upset. Yeah. And then when you renounce, what happens? Bodhicitta comes automatic. Thinking and the loving kindness for others becomes natural. Because you already renounced and you only think of others. Then when bodhicitta is in your heart, meaning your branded letter B, meaning it's also bodhisattva, okay? You serve others, then I tell you what, your day will never be a lonely day. Even though it's very difficult, but yet you dedicated that for others, then it becomes special. Every minute of that is a merit, because from the beauty and really the legendary motivation you set early in the morning. An accumulation of merit is automatic. You don't even care about merits because they're automatic. You see? Then your practice becomes more profound and your quality changes. Okay? From a simple metal, you become an amazing pure gold. Your discipline becomes refined. Okay? And then when someone sees you, wow, that person there is amazing. I wish to be like him. That is a quality of the Buddha. But if we do not know how to practice this, we will never become one. We will always be a contributor to suffering instead of us pacifying and help others suffer less. Okay? This is it. It's wonderful. But what it takes is efforts. It just take an effort. Just like you sitting here falling asleep, that takes a lot of effort. Okay, like your eyes like closing. Have you noticed that? And you don't really want to, right? But the moment you sit here and listen to my voice and you say, oh my goodness, I'm falling asleep. I'll tell you, because that is added onto the 18 qualities of a Dharma practitioner. Okay, does anybody understand that we are still in the level of understanding the preciousness of human rebirth? Because this is important. Okay, so we already cleared that we are free from the 8 freedoms, right? I mean, we are free from these 8 qualities. And what are they? Just a quick review, and I'm going to add the 10, and that's it.
Hungry ghost.
Yes, okay. So, first is our 8 freedoms, meaning that, we don't have to worry about this because, that means that, we are free from it, okay? Which is the hell sentient beings, okay? We are not born as hell sentient beings, definitely not, right? So, woohoo! Okay, we got 17 more.
Hungry ghost.
Okay, you are not born as a hungry ghost, okay?
Not to be born as devas.
Not to be born as animal. Definitely we are not animals, right? Yeah. Although sometimes we act like some. We will work on that later. Why, okay? Alright, and what else? We are not devas. Okay, we're not celestial beings. Okay? Although maybe some of you wish to be a deva. But you will not able to practice the Dharma if you're a deva. Okay? And 5, you not to be born in a place of no Dharma. Okay? You were born with the Dharma, right? You see? Yeah, you've met friends and Taiwan, wow, strong in Dharma. Dharma is there. And 6, what else?
Free from perverted views.
Yeah, you are free, or you are not born free from perverted views. Now, let's review this. What is a perverted view? That means that even when you are born, okay, in a country where Dharma flourishes, and you surrounded by many teachers, like, the Lama is like your neighbor, right? But yet you have a very different view. You are so surrounded with great beings, but yet, you disapprove them, you hated them, those, it has a different, or let's say erroneous beliefs, okay? Definitely will never, okay, attain merit from being in this state. That is a perverted view when they go against, the awakened views or belief, okay? It's very dangerous. Because then why? Why is that dangerous to be having a perverted view?
Destroys the seeds of merit.
Yes. You destroy the seeds of merit, meaning you will not have any single seed. Okay? Seed is very important. The Dharma seed is very important. That's why even if I am sitting here and Sifu is teaching, yeah, I have no single clue what she's going like this, like, oh, and then I just visualize all that seeds, like, okay, I'm running with my bucket. Let me have all that seeds, Sifu. Yeah? Doesn't matter whether you understand it or not, okay? But you just may that be the seed for my enlightenment. For right now, I don't understand. But I understand one thing. Every utterance of that thing, make that be a seed in my continuum. May I remember that. Because remember what Rinpoche said? Buddha is what? Is limitless. It is not measured by language. It is not measured by intelligence, okay? But it is measured only by motivation. Your ability to transform that, okay, into being. Like that. Okay? So then, that is perverted views. No seeds. You will be, no food to eat later. And then, what's the 7?
Animal sacrifice.
Diluted practices. Yes. You are free from diluted practices. Now, how do you know our practices are not diluted? Or meaning, like crazy practices or cult? It is very important because other very, very profound practitioners outside and other sectarianists, okay, or sectarianism, they say, well, I think Buddhism is a cult. Then what are you going to answer? You're probably like, oh, let me go find my book. What page is that? Yeah. Or, I'll need to call Sifu. Which is very good. Yeah? But what's your answer? You're a Buddhist. You carry the Dharma. You're supposed to know that what you're practicing is not a cult. Okay? This is important.
It's not doing things extremely.
Well, don't you think sometimes they might look and see this practice is a little bit, extreme. You're here all day. They say, you come, what time do you go to the temple? Oh, I go 8. And then what time you leave? 5. That's too long, that's extreme. Remember? Other go to, their activities only an hour, 2 hours. But yet you're here for a long time. That is extreme for others, so why? So how will you tell them this is not a cult? Or, extreme practice. Because if you see a nun, it's quite extreme. First is they don't have hair. They clean too much. Yeah? And then, sometimes they're a little bit grumpy. And you just say, why is she grumpy? She should be practicing loving kindness. Yeah? Why? We need to clarify this because, remember, cause and effect, there is always a reason. There is always, this effect that what you're seeing is caused by something, yeah? Okay, but my question, how do you know your practice is not an extreme practice? This is wonderful. You see, this is the reason why, we need to debate this sometimes.
Because we know it's not a cult.
Yeah, I have been.
And the same people who also practice the cult and say, this is not a cult.
Yeah.
But cult is extreme practice.
But they will look at us, we are actually. Because I've been asked before, I'm worshipping idols.
Yeah, so there you go. It's like, so what's the difference? You're praying to a statue that doesn't move. Been there, you cannot even carry it. Or move it somewhere. You have to ask permission first. Like, should it face here? There? So, this is very important. You need to know.
I think my motivation is, I would say...
Well, their motivation as well, the practitioner of those extreme, their motivation is like, what? If I cut 1,000 fingers, okay, and that motivation is pure for that being. But how do we know that is not, an extreme practice? Because this is extreme for others.
Buddhism does not kill.
And so with the Christians, they say they don't kill.
But
The evangelists, they don't kill.
But it's not a cult. Christianity.
Well, you know. And so with what do you call this? And so with others, you know, sectarians that says, you know what? We're doing this because. All right, so this is something important. How do you know your practice is not extreme? Like the extremist view, or a fundamental view, fundamentalist, they call. It's very important.
Doesn't cause suffering.
How do you know Buddhism?
Doesn't cause suffering. People can sense it. Suffering. No
But you're suffering right now.
Suffering.
This is very good, huh? Huh? Okay, that will be your homework. Because if I give the answer now, what happens is you swallow it and you okay?
You have to submit.
Yeah, because it's very important.
Suffering.
Yeah, because you need to know this practice, this tradition, where it's coming from. All right?
Can I do Google now?
Well, definitely. Google it. You're so Google dependent. All right. Very good. Because look, I mean, the Buddha can manifest as a Google, and the Buddha said, okay, here's the answer. Quick. Right? That's very important. You need to really, I challenge you. Yeah? Okay, so what's the 8th one?
Stupidity.
Yeah.
You are not stupid.
Not mentally happy. I'm not mentally challenged.
Meaning you are not mentally or cognitively challenged. Because even if you're so perfect, you're perfect, but you have some memory problem, okay? Or you're really just stupid, you know, like have no intelligence. I'm saying this is not to denounce those, you know, qualities, but what I'm saying is very difficult for you to practice the Dharma with a stupid mind, okay? Right? Do we all agree on that one?
Yes.
You let the stupid sit there and they're probably, you know, playing games. Right?
I hope you don't think of us being stupid.
I mean, you're consciously conscious or not, meaning I'm talking about the non-conscious stupids. Okay, meaning what it says as stupidity is no matter how much a man who has intelligence is taught, he will never retain the smallest glimpse of knowledge. Okay? Because you see, it's very difficult. I ask you something and, you know, a lot of things come in mind. It's very difficult, yeah? This is Buddha's practice. Okay, so, we're free from 8, right? So, meaning we are not that state. So, yay, what a blessing. So, rejoice. Seriously, this is very serious. Okay? Those qualities amazing. You know, our qualities is amazing already. We are free from those 8 ones. Okay? Now, not everyone is free from that. Okay? Now, you're not going to go out and say, well, I have these 8 freedoms. My neighbor doesn't have it. Well, we have a problem. Then we're talking a different kind of being. When you're like that, that mentality is not good. Okay? Alright, so then that's 8. There's 10 more. Okay, just a quick glimpse of this is very important. There are 5. Okay, so if there are 8 freedoms, okay, there are 10 endowments. What does endowments mean? Like a bonus. Like, wow, you're blessed, you're gifted. Okay? This is very important, okay? I need you to put this in heart. Okay? The first 5 is a personal endowments. 5 is special, 5 personal endowments, and then the other 5 is 5 circumstance. Okay? Okay, so let's start with the 5 personal endowments. These are you're being born with it. Okay? To be born, first is to be born a human being. Yeah. You have to be human. Are you human?
Yes.
Ellen, sure, yes. You make sure. Okay? To be born in a central country wherever the Dharma is flourishing. See, you were born in Taiwan, and that's where you actually heard Dharma, or have seen someone, or here in New Zealand, okay? Dharma is here, okay? What other country doesn't have any Dharma? In a central country doesn't have a Dharma. Where? No, there is Dharma there now. Yes, Afghanistan. What else? Turkey. They're hiding there.
Syria,
Yeah. Okay, we're all pointing Middle East here. We better not stop. But you know what I'm saying. But there is also what they call the black time. Okay. We were not born in a time when there is no Buddha at all.
What happened to Afghanistan? Buddhism flourished in Afghanistan and then
Absolutely.
they
Yeah.
destroyed them, the Taliban.
Yes. Unfortunately. Okay. Yes. They have kept many actually. Even the tantras, they were all burnt. Was destroyed. But you see, it's because what? All of these are what? From the doings of
Men.
men.
Yeah.
Of
Greed.
yeah.
Motivation.
Of attachment, of actually it's the wrong view. Okay, it's very important. Wrong view. It destroys everything.
So that is a cult.
Well, just don't sound like you're judgmental. Just say, I think. Okay. Don't impose because you're not sure. Yeah. Okay? So the third one is to be endowed with complete faculties. A body without defects and not deficient in any of the 5 senses. Oh. Making sure you have a face.
Eyes, nose.
Yeah, you have complete faculty that works. You may have all the faculty but doesn't work. Like for example, you are blind and deaf. Even though you have complete heart and you wish Dharma is going to be very difficult to be practiced. How can you hear? How can you read? Yeah? Although there is things now, but it's still very difficult. You are still bound to find a teacher to teach you that. To learn Braille. To learn how to see. Okay? Do you have all these faculties?
Yes.
Yes. So that, okay, the fourth one is to respect and have faith in the Buddha and committed any of the 5 and not committed, of course, the 5 heinous crimes. You know what these 5 heinous crimes? You believe in the Buddha, right? That itself is an endowment. That's a blessing already. And you have not committed any of the 5 heinous crimes. What are they? Killing.
Cheating.
The 5 concepts of deception.
Yes, but basically killing, what is a heinous crime is basically killing an arhat. Arhat. Yeah. Or you kill your mother or your father. When someone, you know, when you watch the television and you say, wow, how can someone, you know. Yeah. Shedding the blood of a Buddha or causing a schism to the Sangha, that's a heinous crime. You understand this, right? Have you read some of your vows that comes with this? This is very important. We're going to have to talk about that too, right? We have to, I guess. Yeah. Causing a schism in the Sangha. Now, Sangha is not only a monk or a nun. Sangha is the profound practitioner of the Dharma, which is like you, a lay practitioner who really devote their life into practice. Those are Sangha. Okay? If you create and cause schisms, that is a crime. Then you will not be able to continue practice. It will destroy you.
Is that friction?
Yes. Like you make someone like fight each other, and then you go like a chess. You know, like you move here, so then, you know, like, and you create trouble. Yeah. Okay. And the fifth is you have to have faith in the Tripitaka, and the desire to practice is teaching. You know the Tripitaka? What are they? Helen is into the Google.
No, she's typing notes.
Oh!
Yes.
She's in Google Note.
No,
Oh, okay.
Hey, notepad.
I can
Okay.
keep your notes with me all the time.
Okay.
Instead of in the book.
Good girl.
All right, so what is the Tripitakas?
The three, the Dharma, the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha.
Buddha, Dharma, and
They're
Sangha.
trying, yes. Okay, the Tripitakas are the Buddha, Dharma, the three jewels. Okay?
Yes, we know.
You have faith in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and the desire to practice its teaching. If you don't have the desire to practice, you're only going to have what? 17 qualities. It's very difficult to advance in the practice. Okay, so then if you have the liking of sitting here and writing notes, whatever you're doing, like Helen, you know, this is very special quality. Even if she's not going to read that ever again, it is still worthwhile. It's because she has faith in it, all right, and that she thinks and believes it will help her. Okay, the desire, meaning it's not like a desired chocolate, okay? Because if you desire something, you're gonna be attached to it, no? Now, I'm not talking desire as, you know, like that. I mean, the desire is you really wish, you really want Dharma, okay? And you crave for it. Have you ever had that? That one time you think of the Dharma, I want to listen more, and your heart start to like sometimes it feels like it wants to come out. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. Because if you think of Dharma and you say, oh,
Gonna.
like, oh, I gotta have to do this. Like, why my body's so heavy today? And you call your friends like, I think I'm having a headache. Just by thinking of what you're going to be doing in the temple, it already makes you have a headache. Right?